We are back for a late night edition of Rays Franchise. As you can see, I've simmed right to the beginning of our season, right, as we take on the A's and Jose Serrano, who's turned into their ace in real life. Now let's take a look at some of the changes we made in the offseason. First things first, let's take a look at who will be our starters. In this pitching staff, Shane McClanahan will get the opening day nod. Ryan Pepiot will be right behind him. Our big free agent ad, Dustin May, will be the day 3 starter. AJ Smith-Shawver, our young pitcher, will be the 4 spot. Griffin Canning was bad in spring training, so we have DFA'd him, and hopefully we will retain him at AAA. Brody Hopkins, who I did give a beard to, he's grown a beard in the offseason. He's grown quite a lot. Struggled at times. Walks were a big issue. We're hoping he kind of starts to shore that up a little bit this time go around. He's 25 years old. We need him to start putting up numbers. Griffin Jacks is going to be our closer. Brooks Raley was brought in on a 1-year deal. Jake Cousins was a Rule 5 draft pick. And we got a couple more years of Jake Cousins. He looks really good. And Brusdar Graterol is another guy we brought in. He's on a 2-year deal, as his last season with the Dodgers was fairly good, and he's still only 28 years old. Ian Seymour back yet again to be our long reliever. And that's the extent of the relief pitchers. Then we get our 2 main closers. Edwin Urcita is our setup guy. And then Brian Baker is another one of our middle relievers who had a fantastic season last year. He pitched so well, he gained B potential. Last year, he was only C. Now, we'll take a look at the catchers. Off camera, I signed Henry Davis and then DFA'd him to send him to AAA. I wanted more catching depth. As you can see, our catching depth is not fantastic. It's actually... I might as well... Actually, no. He can stay at A-ball because by the time AAA needs a backup catcher, Henry Davis should be down. Hunter Freducia is going to be our starting catcher for a while. Nick Fortes is the backup. If Henry Davis just kills it, then he can be somebody that hits against left-handed pitching. He's also one of the best blocking catchers, right? One of the better pop times. And our guys have strong arms and are good defensive backstops. None of them are Henry Davis. And Henry Davis was a former top pick, so maybe there's a little bit of offense still there to find. Then at first base, Jonathan Aranda, who got a hefty paycheck this offseason. We gave him 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. And $115 million for his troubles. Xavier Isaac and Trey Morgan will both start at AAA. And then a big free agency ad that we brought in was Jonathan India. He had a very, very good season with the Royals last year. A coveted on-base machine that he was last year. Not the best defensive center or second baseman, but that's fine. Bryce Matthews is also going to factor in at second base. He will probably be the platoon with Cole Young for second base, as Jonathan India will start as the DH. But we got Cole Young for basically nothing. We traded him as Seattle had signed Jazz Chisholm in the offseason, so Cole Young's spot had basically been lost. Cole Young had no real spot to start, so we sent a bunch of minor leaguers in Ryan Vlade and Ben Williamson to go get a young second baseman who can hit right-handed pitching. Bryce Matthews and Cole Young will basically battle out for who the starter every day is at the major league level. Junior Caminero kind of had a down season, if you can call it that. 36 home runs, 88 RBIs. The on-base was an issue for him last year. The slugging was still great. OPS was down. Defensively, he was a little bit better, as he was better overall in WAR, but the average and the on-base need to go up this year, as we'll look for him to take a bigger leap going into year 3. Carson Williams will be the everyday shortstop to at least start the year. He was very, very good for us. Came in second place in AL Rookie of the Year voting. Hit a little bit of leadoff for us, struck out a lot. Had a decent on-base percentage for a big chunk of the year. It came down in the latter half, as a lot of our team struggled late into the year. But Carson Williams will be the everyday shortstop, and will be the everyday shortstop for a while. Jackie Zachary, who was our prize jewel we got later in the first round, is going to start at Double-A. He's only 18 years old. He has infield versatility, and I'm going to let him develop as much as he possibly can at the minors. This is not a guy I'm going to rush up, specifically because I want to get the power and defense, as right now he's kind of just a slap contact guy with good plate discipline. Doesn't really give much power, and defensively he's basically a liability. So those are two things he needs to clear up. Mind you, he's only 18, so he's got plenty of room to grow. Garrett Hampson's on this team. He's somehow already getting worse. I didn't know that was possible, but he's just solely on this team as a defensive backup. I don't know if I'm going to let him keep 80. I gave him an ugly number, so it didn't mess with any of the younger guys. I might change his number actually right now. All right, there we go. We gave him 27. Does he deserve 27? No. But he's probably the greatest utility player on this team, so he gets 27. Miguel Andujar was a big bring-in, as he crushes lefties and is one of the best clutch hitters in this whole game. 16 homers last year. He is going to be a key piece in the middle of this lineup. And Justin Henry Malloy is back for another go-around, as he's also regressed a little bit to start the year. He had a fairly nice year for us last year. Hit lefties pretty well. Righties was not his forte, which kind of hurt the numbers. As Chandler Simpson struggled last year, right? Did not have the same success, although the power and the extra base hits started to show and was significantly better. If you showed the splits from when he got sent down to called back up, when he got sent down, he was barely hitting 200. And when he got called back up, he probably hit around 260, 270 to close out the year. Right? So Chandler Simpson, we're looking for in that whole second half production to continue, as Johnny DeLuca is getting his last gasp at the major leagues. He hit 10 home runs last year and was not good. The slugging percentage is still good for what that average is the hits were very slight. As you can see, a lot of extra base hits. Right, if I'm doing the math correctly, 26 of his 58 hits were extra bases. Right? He's going to strike out a lot, we know that. If he can just give us a little bit more offensively, he's going to be a solid player. As Theo Gillian could be somebody that gets called up. He just has a lot to go offensively still. Hopefully we can get those power numbers up. As Cam Smith, I'm not entirely sure what to do with him yet. He's got a great arm, good speed in the outfield. Decent glove. The power numbers aren't quite where I want them yet, as he only hit 9 home runs last year. Everything was better than what he did as a full season with the Astros. He was also very much up and down with us. I think he can be a stud. His 36 doubles is nothing to scoff at. But if we can get a little bit more consistent, as he walked a nice amount too, I think this could be a big breakout season for the 24-year-old. As we've taken a look at the team, let's take a look at how the lineup is configured. Chandler Simpson started the year as a leadoff man, lost a leadoff job, and he kind of just got it back out of spite because I didn't really know who else to put there. Jonathan India is the 2-hole hitter. He's probably a more traditional leadoff, which is what he did when he won Rookie of the Year back in 2021. But he will DH. The on-base is hopefully we got speed and then an on-base guy to get in front of Junior and Aranda. Carson Williams is going to hit 5 for us, at least against righties. Miguel Andujar will hit 6th. DeLuca will be the 7th hole. Cole Young and Fiducia will end this lineup. And then against lefties, it's the same top 3. Miguel Andujar will jump into the 4 spot, knocking Aranda and Carson down a spot. Then you'll see Cam Smith come in at 7, Bryce Matthews, and Nick Fortes. As we take a look at the pitching staff, As we already kind of went over, this is going to be our pitching staff: McClanahan, Pepio, May, Smith, Shawver, and Hopkins. Ian Seymour was really, really good. As a long relief guy, ate a lot of innings for us, almost 100 innings out of the bullpen, to a very nice ERA. Jake Cousins, Bruce Dar, Brooks Raley, and Brian Baker will be our middle relief. Edwin Urcita will be the primary setup man, and Griffin Jacks will be our closer. If we take a look down at AAA, we have plenty of AAA talent currently right now. Brett Wisely is probably the next man up, called up if there's an infield injury. He just plays everywhere. To be quite honest, he's not good. He's very bad. But he gives us a little bit of flexibility and can play everywhere. Second, third, short, and outfield. He can play everything but catcher and first base. Blake Sable is okay catching depth at AAA. He's not good. He hasn't been good. He's just a AAA catcher. Trey Morgan is currently in right field for this team. He got 2 major injuries. He tore his Achilles and broke his ankle last year, so I don't remember if it was the same ankle. You can go back and watch the videos. But Xavier Isaac was very, very good for us. He was in the Futures game. As it doesn't show the stats, he crushed AA, got called up. Trey Morgan started in AAA, and they swapped spots because Trey Morgan started off really, really bad and then got hurt in AA, so almost a completely lost season for Trey. Theo Gillian is the center fielder down here. Braden Taylor is up here as well. Homer Bush, Cooper Kinley, and Raynel Delgado are all up here. If you take a look at the guys on the bench, Adrian Santana, Aiden Smith, Cooper Bowman, and Yader Hermonto, who is getting to that dangerous point where he's kind of a nothing for us. No offense whatsoever, and he's 23 years old. Starting to get into a bad spot. Pitching-wise, there are so many pitching prospects in this team. Cam Caminetti, the big name. Joe Boyle is down here. Ken Wilson, our former top pick. Which the fact they make all these guys so short is kind of ridiculous. Jesse, who got a little bit of run for us last year, wasn't a great starter, but was good enough for when he got called up. He's going to start at AAA this year. And then Joe Rock is down here, ending the rotation. Hasn't been in the majors for a while, only appeared in 3 games. And then we have a lot of good bullpen pitchers. Cole Slusser was really good at the minors last year, was bad in the majors, but very small sample, and was really good in 2025. Michael Grove did not get called up. Mason, however, was really good in his 16 games. Cam Boozer was also very solid in his 22 games. Right? Gomez, I don't believe, got called up. Kevin Kelly was a star for us. 81 games, 92 innings of a 2.14. He absolutely shoved. He will probably be the first man up. Then Manuel Rodriguez, we did not see any of him last year, as I believe he spent a big chunk of the year hurt and kind of just got lost at AA. So I didn't even realize he was still on this team until I called him up right before the start of this video. As the injury list is completely cleared, I've already gone in and set all the trainings for guys that I want to specifically have trained for. So I think it's officially time that we hop in to the first game of the year at the major league level. It's Shane McClanahan taking on the Angels. We'll see you inside. We have opening day inside the Trop, and it's a City Connect opening day. I feel like you don't see that normally, but it's an opening day, City Connect day, nevertheless, where 2 teams that are looking to be vastly improved from last year in the Tampa Bay Rays and the Anaheim Angels, as JJ Bleday will be the leadoff hitter for this Angels team. The first pitch from McClanahan is hit hard to short. It's not a great throw. It's not able to be scooped by Aranda. A hard contact. It will be scored in error. And that's how the season starts. Zach Neto, the 2-hole hitter. It's a high fly ball. Going back on it is Andujar. He's got it just on the track in that little pesky corner that got Isaac Paredes traded to the Cubs and then Astros. We'll take a look at this lineup. Not particularly a great lineup as the former Ray Josh Lowe will be their 9-hole DH. As Anthony Volpe, they have a big bench and a lot of right-handed bats on that bench. As we'll take a 1-2 advantage onto Nolan Shonowell. As that curveball gets the first strikeout of the year for Shane McClanahan. As we'll face Logan O'Hoppe, the up-and-down catcher. As that's popped sky high in the infield. Carson Williams camped under it. Will make the grab for the out. So the error doesn't affect the team, and you'll see this newly revamped Rays offense right after this. We'll be facing the Angels ace, who has been significantly better than that in real life to this point. And up stands Chandler Simpson, trying to have a better season than he did last year, as he'll look at a sinker low. The former first-round pick has all the stats to be able to be a good hitter outside of power. Something he will probably never be that good at is that's hit hard into the gap. It's a base hit, and it's a leadoff single to start the year for Chandler Simpson. As that's elite speed over at first base. We're going to put Chandler in motion. He's off. It's a high splitter. And Chandler Simpson, on a low throw that has to be blocked by Peraza, has a stolen base on opening day. It's Jonathan India in a hitter's count. 2-1 to India, and he's going to look at a sinker outside. The former Rookie of the Year candidate. And this is what the matchup I really want is. He's got such a high clutch stat. As we'll take that sinker at 99. Wasn't really looking for it. That clutch stat can really, really help, especially if Chandler Simpson is at second base a lot. Ooh, that sweeper I thought would drop more as India goes down swinging. High sweeper, not the pitch to really offer at. As here's Junior Caminero, and he's going to take a fastball off the plate. Jose Soriano struggling to find the zone a lot to start. As the 2-1 is just on the corner. It looks like it would have been just off if we challenged, but too close to challenge in the first inning. And we'll foul that sinker off that was just a bit inside. Looked like it was also low, as you cannot see from the player, or from my face cam. As we got another full count. And unsurprisingly, on opening day in the first inning, Jonathan Aranda will have his first at-bat on deck. And that's ball 4 to Junior. Junior, I tasked him with being better with getting on base, not just only hitting for power, and Jonathan Aranda will have 2 men on for his first at-bat of the year. It's a slow ground ball to the second baseman. It was good timing on a sinker, but the throw pulls him off the bag. Peraza with a bad throw. It's an error. You can't guarantee the double play. But Carson Williams is giving us a better chance at scoring runs as that slider is up and out of the zone. More balls than strikes so far for Jose. As the 2-1 offering is going to be chopped at third base. It's a long throw to first, but it will be in time. The Rays go quietly. Christian Moore, the DH, I believe, or he's the third baseman, slugs that pitch. It's way gone. Christian Moore, a top former prospect of this Angels team, just gets a middle fastball in a 2-1 count and did not miss it at all. As up stands Willie Castro, and he's going to weakly ground that ball with decent speed, but the throw's in plenty of time to get him. As it's 1 scored and 1 out here for Jahmai Jones. As that fastball perfectly dots the inside corner. 5 teams in 7 years is not what you want to have if you're Jahmai Jones. Eventually, you'd think he'd want to settle down and find a home. Unable to find one yet in the majors. And that slider is hard hit. Carson Williams unable to make the diving play. And it'll be a 1-out single. Jahmai Jones off to a good start in his newest home, the Angels. As Matthew Lugo is the batter. Their warning steal possibility. But with only 68 speed and not a good stolen base stat on base, I'd be shocked if they decide to do that. So we're going to try and break out the curveball. We're early on it. It's middle, and Lugo can't hit it. He swings right on through it. Second strikeout of the day for McClanahan. As we'll now face the former Ray Josh Lowe, who's going to foul that one off. You almost kind of have to wait for the quick counts thing to go away because you can't really see where you have to aim at with the pure analog. As that curveball is going to be laced into the gap. Chandler Simpson able to cut it off in the deep gap. A run is trying to come home. The throw in is not in time. Jahmai Jones able to score from first. Wasn't even a bad curveball. It was down. Just not down enough. So that changeup is going to be fouled back. It's a 2 spot here for the Angels, and J.J. Bleday as a runner in scoring position as he's going to swing through the curveball in the dirt and be punched out. Angels get 2. We're coming back up the bat. Up stands Miguel Andujar, one of the off-season acquisitions. As that pitch looked way high, and he's going to tap his helmet in his first at-bat here in the second. And it is just high, almost getting that corner. But it's a ball nevertheless. It's a 2-1 count now here to Miguel. As he's got a great plate discipline, great vision. As that pitch is way outside, it's another 3-1 count with DeLuca on deck. We can make Soriano work here. As that's going to hit Soriano, it's a slow roller to the second baseman, and he's going to be out. We drilled the pitcher. It scored a 1-4-3, and they're taking a look at Soriano to see if he is okay. He's waving off the manager, as that was 85 good timing, so it wasn't that hard off him. So that pitch is way inside. Johnny DeLuca needs to get off to a better start than he did last year if he wants to remain in the majors. As that slider's way high, it's another 3-ball count. And Cole Young set to make his Rays debut on deck as we're going to swing through that splitter. And it was good timing. We just couldn't touch it. The payoff pitch is going to be lashed down the line. It's going to be caught way shy of the track. And that's going to be out number 2 as Cole Young in a 2-1 count now. We were just early on basically a middle pitch. The 2-1 to Young, and he's going to slap that right at the third baseman, Christian Moore. It's PCA, we got a couple hitting streaks going on. It's a number 99 overall prospect. Goes hitless in his major league debut. Don't know why that's big news. And up stands Zach Neto in a 3-1 count. He's going to foul that one off. The count will be full. We're going to try and just get a changeup right on the outside corner. We were early on it, and it's slugged. Chandler Simpson, though's got it. Plenty shy of the track. That's out number 1. Mike Trout, formerly of the Angels, now on the Phillies, is less than 100 hits away from 2,000 on his major league career. Glad to see he's finally on a winner, just unfortunately that it won't be on this Angels team, as that's another ticket punch by McClanahan, his 4th of the afternoon. And up stands Logan O'Hoppe. Nope. 2-1 count now to Logan O'Hoppe. as he's going to swing through a very, very high fastball. It might be time to work a curveball in, get a big swing and a miss. Unable to get the swing, and it's just off. We'll have a payoff pitch here to Ohapi, and it's going to be slugged hard at Cole Young. Easy throw on to first to end the inning. And we're going to have top of our order, outside of Hunter Fiducia. Hunter Fiducia, we're expecting good things from him as he started the year just so well. As that pitch is low, it's 2-1. Looking at the predictions, Dodgers, Braves, and Cubs. Philly's supposed to be the fourth best team, as that's a sinker down the middle, just late on it. As it looks like Mike Trout will be on a playoff team as we swing through another sinker. Hunter Fiducia unable to make contact, as that's the second strikeout of the day for Soriano. As it looked like it was good timing on the sinker, and here stands Chandler Simpson in a 1-2 count. And that's going to beam him. They're going to put Chandler Simpson on base, and he's not happy about it. It was a breaking ball, so I doubt that it was intentional. As India stands in 2-1 to him, and that's just off the plate. We're going to put Chandler Simpson in motion here. In the 3-1 offering, they pick over. They did not get him, not even close. We're going to have Chandler still running, though. It's a 3-1 count. The 3-1 offering is high for a strike. In easily with a stolen base. It'll be a full count, as that just got the top of the zone for Indy. The payoff pitch is a breaking ball way off the plate. India chases it. Up stands Junior. I was hunting fastball. Thought I saw it. 1-1 to Junior. It's going to be hit weakly on the ground. Good timing. The throw is going to be in plenty of time. A 1-out base runner. Unable to get anything more. As up stands Christian Moore. Going to try for an outside changeup. It's going to get a foul roller to the first base side. And now we'll try a low and in curveball. We were late on it. It's slugged high in the air. It's heading to that goofy little corner. And we're unable to get it. It's a 330-foot homer for his second of the game. It's basically an infield pop-up, but it finds that little goofy corner. And it's the second home run of the season. As that curveball was middle. That fastball's hit high in the air, foul territory. DeLuca's got it with his plus speed. So that's 1 out. The fact that that was a home run's ridiculous. That's not even a homer in the Crawford boxes, as that changeup was perfectly placed. So we'll go sink or fastball in. We get the foul by Jahmai Jones. We're going to try and go slider in, as it's going to be called a strike. Jahmai Jones does not like the call. He is furiously tapping his head, as it was inside. 2-2 now to Jahmai. We're going to go curveball low and outside. The 2-2 offering is going to run full. We'll try and get him with a low and inside fastball. We're early on, it was left middle, and he somehow didn't touch it. The fact we got away with that is spectacular. So it's 2-1 now here to Lugo. We're early on the changeup, but he offers at it anyways. We'll try and go curveball in. Instead it's away. It gets away from Fiducia. Good speed for Lugo, but not good enough to outrun the throw. As we will now trail by 3 on another homer by Christian Moore. Up stands Jonathan Aranda, reached on a fielder's choice. It should have been a double play, but a bad throw allowed Aranda to reach and continue on the inning. As it's 1-2 to our recently elongated, extended, multi-time All-Star first baseman. As he's going to swing and miss on the sinker just off the plate. It's the 4th strikeout of the day. And it was good timing again. The sinker was just off the plate. 1-1 now here to Carson. He's going to swing through a slider just early. It got the corner of the plate. 1-2 to Carson. Swings through a high slider at 90 miles an hour. Back-to-back strikeouts for Soriano. He's cruising. And it looked like it was good timing. Maybe just a little bit late. And that's hard hit. Good timing to the shortstop. It's just a rollover on the sinker, and Duhar is out. And it'll be 9-1-2. Due up. The DH batting 9th. I feel like you don't say that very often. But that's what Josh Lowe is on this Angels team. As Shane McClanahan is starting to get up there in pitch count, as that's a strike. We're going to try and get a swing and miss here on the slider. And we do get the swing and miss. It dotted that outside corner. Down on strikes. It's the 7th of the game. We need to get this offense going, as we're going to go with a slider to start off Blade. Good slider hit to Junior fairly hard. To throw on is in plenty of time to get JJ. And up stands Zach Neto. 2 fly ball outs on the day. 2-1 offering. It's a changeup hard to Junior. Identical ball almost. And that's a pretty efficient 1-2-3 inning from Shane McClanahan. As we turn it back to the offense, it's DeLuca. 1-1 as Soriano is also high up in the pitch count, as that pitch is just off. And the Angels are starting to get their bullpen loose. As the 2-1 offering here to DeLuca is hammered down the line, 103 off the bat. And it's going to be a leadoff double if DeLuca can hustle in there. The bad throw guarantees it. And it's a leadoff double for DeLuca. And it's now a 3-1 count to Cole Young. If it's likable, I'm giving Young the green light. It's good timing on a splitter outside, and it's popped up. Good timing on the pitch. That'll bring up Hunter Fiducia. The fact you popped up there in that situation's insane. As that fastball's way in on Fiducia. As it's 2-2 now to our young catcher. I'm not going to say young. I believe he's now 28 years old, as the 2-2 offering is way in. It'll be another full count, another 3-ball count for Jose Soriano. The full count is going to be hit hard to third. It's a beautiful play by Moore, as he is owning us today. Just late on the sinker. And up stands Chandler Simpson. We might strand another leadoff base hit. As Chandler, first pitch, he's just early on and it's popped sky high. And that's how the inning ends. Another leadoff hit stranded in scoring position. As Chandler got our game started off with a leadoff single, but a pair of home runs by Christian Moore and a double into the gap are the 3 runs that the Angels have today. As that's a slow roller to Aranda to throw on to McClanahan to get Shonawell. The first baseman not very fleet of foot. And up stands O'Hoppe, as that's a weak ground ball to second baseman. Nice throw over. It's 2 up, 2 down for McClanahan. And now they're not showing Christian Moore's other homer. They're just showing the one. Okay. Well, he's got 2 homers on the day. And we're going to be very, very cautious with him. As that fastball was just off the plate. Don't want to give him anything that he can handle. We don't want to give Christian Moore a 3-homer game, as that curveball was in a dangerous spot. We're going to go slider in. Try and see if we can't get a swing. We don't on that pitch. We're going to go fastball in for the 100th pitch of the game. And it's called strike 3. Christian Moore's finally sat down today. Maybe that's a sign for this offense to get going as Chase Silseth is into the game. So we'll call timeout as it'll be a 2-2 count to get the bullpen stirring. And we're going to bring in a right-handed pitcher. It's going to be the Rays debut of Jake Cousins next inning. It's Jonathan India in a 2-2 count looking for his first hit as a Ray. And it's hit right down the third base line. It's going to be a leadoff single. It's bobbled by the left fielder. India never broke stride seeing that. And he's got himself a leadoff double for the top of this order. Just hooking it down the line. Christian Moore couldn't get to it. And Junior Caminero has a runner on base as he fouls that splitter down the left field line. 1-2 to Junior. And that's just going to be on the inside part of the strike zone. As Junior goes down on strikes, a great challenge by their catcher, O'Hoppe. So it'll bring in Jonathan Aranda. That pitch was just dotted on the inside corner. Nothing you can do about that pitch as Aranda, first pitch to him is inside, or technically the third pitch, it's 2-1. As Aranda with 95 clutch, looking for his first hit of the year. Swings through a sinker, good timing. Did not make contact though. 2-2 is swung through, foul tipped. Back-to-back strikeouts. You won't believe this, but it was good timing. It's a middle sweeper. 1-2 to Carson Williams. As they say, we went on that. They say we went the throw down. And that's going to be 3 straight strikeouts after a leadoff double. Jake Cousins into the game. And apparently Zach Neto's their only good player on the team. I don't really care as we'll face Willie Castro. And that slider's hit hard to Aranda. That's going to be 1 pitch, 1 out for Cousins. As up stands Shimei Jones. That slider's going to be fouled back. Cousins is a very good pitcher, and if you didn't know, I believe he's the cousin of Kirk Cousins. So, there's always that. And that fastball is going to be hit high in the air. Going back on it is DeLuca right at the track to make the catch. Maybe just a teeny tiny bit shy of it. As up stands Matthew Lugo. As that sinker's way down. Gonna have to get familiar with Jake Cousins' delivery as that fastball is by him at 96. As that slider right on the outside corner, swung through by Lugo. We need to get some runs. As up stands Andujar to face Silseth. 2-1 offering to Miguel Andujar. He's going to pop it up just late on 96. As it's now 2-2. Andujar in a 2-2 count. Sweeper off the plate away. It's another full count from Angels pitching. The full count offering is going to be smacked weakly into the outfield. It's a can of corn for the out. Easy play there for Willie Castro. As up stands DeLuca. It was a middle fastball. And we had pretty good timing. 1-1.
That's a ball.
It's just a bit high to DeLuca. As we need to start getting actual runs on the board against this Angels bullpen. The 2-1 offering is high. It's another 3-ball count. The amount of 3-ball counts we've had with, 2 walks on the day is getting ridiculous. 3-1 is just on the outside corner for a strike. O'Hoppe's going to win another challenge. As it just clips. It's going to be a full count. Oh my goodness. Full count offering now to Johnny DeLuca. And it's going to be hit right back up the middle. Good timing finally pays off for another hit. And DeLuca's got a 1-out single. And now Cole Young, 2-1 to him. He's got good speed over at first. He's going to swing through a low fastball. You won't believe it, good timing. Although that pitch was fairly low. 2-2. I think it was outside. We're going to try and challenge. It's a big enough point in this game. And it was just off the plate by a hair. And it's going to be another full count. Cole Young stays alive with a borderline miss. And we take that. I did not mean to hit anything. Oh my goodness, a near strikeout turns into a walk. And we have 2 on for Hunter Fiducia. The 1-1 offering. It's going to be fouled back. The fastball on the inside corner. Just late timing. Would love a big hit from Fiducia here. The 1-2. Just early, maybe. Just early on it. Fastball, hittable pitch. So that's going to be fouled back as well. Top of the zone. Just late timing. Yeah, that was right on the corner. Silseth getting tired. That fastball is high and upstairs. 2-2 offering here to Hunter Fiducia. It's going to foul back a sinker off the plate. Good timing. Just couldn't put it in play. Fiducia making Silseth have to work here. And that's fouled back again. 94 on the gun. Good timing. Fiducia, you need to come through here. As they're saying that was a strike, Fiducia trying to challenge to get the same luck. And he will not get the same luck. It barely clips the strike zone for strike 3. Fiducia down on strikes. And they will go to JoJo Romano. The lefty out of the pen will face Chandler Simpson. The 1-1 to Chandler. And that's an ugly slider that I just didn't see. Early timing on it. 1-2. Swinging through a slider that's middle. Chandler Simpson unable to make contact with it. Jake Cousins is still out here for the 8th inning. Very pitch efficient so far. It's going to be a 2-2 count now here to the former Ray Josh Lowe. As he makes good contact with the sinker to go foul. If that sinker gets a nice rollover, it does. Aranda gets to flip to Cousins and just in time to get the out. As JJ Bleday comes up. And that's going to be socked down the line, foul. Unable to tell what that tarp was, as that's a nice piece of hitting just to foul that pitch off. We're going to go slider in, and he makes contact with it. DeLuca with good speed, heading back on it near our bullpen, just behind the mounds to make the catch. Up stands Neto. 2-1, make that 2-2. As we'll go with a slider outside and get the swing and miss. We're going to go middle late. We got 1 or 2 more chances to get runs on the board. And here's Jonathan India to face JoJo Romano. The 1-1 to India. So he doubled his last time up. You won't believe this. Good timing. Insane. 1-2 to Indy. Swings through it again. I swear if that shows good timing. We were early, so not good timing. Here's Junior Caminero. 0-2 on the day. He's going to swing through that changeup. Just early. It's perfectly dotted on that corner. There's nothing Junior could have done. It's the 1-2. Swings through an ugly slider. Slider was low. Slider was low and out of the zone. Just early timing, and now stands Jonathan Aranda. 0 for 3 on the day. Swinging through a slider yet again. Just early on it. Not seeing Jojo Romano very well at all. It's the 1-2. Off the plate away. Only 24,000 in attendance for opening day in Tampa Bay. That's kind of sad. It's the 2-2. It is a sinker that just ties us up inside. Jake Cousins still out here. Chugging away. So that's going to be foul by Nolan Shonowell. As it's a 1-2 offering. That slider's going to be hit well. It's going towards the corner. It'll be cut by Andujar. It's a leadoff single for Nolan Shonowell. Up stands O'Hoppe. So we're going to try and go inside on O'Hoppe, get a rollover. So we'll try the sinker as he fouls that one back. Unable, as that's 11 Ks for Skeens. 1 run given up. As that's hard hit. Trying to make sure nobody tests for 3. It's a good throw to Junior. And it might be time to get a mound visit going. We're going to start warming somebody up in the bullpen. And it's going to be Bruised Dog Grouterall. Nobody out, it's Christian Moore. Exactly who you'd want to see right here. Would love to get him back. We're going to try sinker low. Was not low. Try and get a sinker. As he does not hit that middle fastball. And he goes down swinging. Cousins' 3rd strikeout of the game, and up stands Willie Castro. As that's hit hard to the shortstop, Carson Williams. And we got 2 out now, and up stands Jahmai Jones. 1-2 here to Jahmai. Fastball in, good pitch. And it's time to bear down. Gonna go slider off the plate. Strike 3 called. It was down the middle. Jahmai Jones leaving the bat on his shoulder. And in comes Ben Joyce. Plenty of power in his arm. Just got to supply the wood to it. As that's hit fairly hard into the corner. That will be caught by Willie Castro. Good timing on it again. Maybe just a bit late. There's the 1-1. It's going to be fouled off at 100. Good timing on it again. Frustrating. 1-2. That's hit very hard out to center. Going back on it. It'll be caught shy of the track. 100-mile-an-hour exit velo on it. Good timing on a sinker, unable to get it to go anywhere. As the revamped offense has remained silent today, as that slider's for strike 2. Just early on it was DeLuca, who's got 2 hits on the day. 1-2 to Johnny. As he swings at that slider, it gets away from O'Hoppe, and the game will continue as the throw was wild. Johnny DeLuca reaches on a strikeout, and up stands Cole Young to the plate. 2-1 to Young, and he's way early on a slider. You have to be careful looking for 101 on the gun, and then deal with 83 as that sinker's just low. We're going to have a full count. Runner will be in motion. Tying run on deck in Fiducia. And that ball's going to be fouled away. Full count offering again. Cole Young swings through it, strike 3. 100 miles an hour by him. And this song sucks. As we lose the home opener 3-0, we're going to decide to player lock now, as the Bulls actually have too many players on their team. Seems like both of our guys passed through waivers fairly well. Griffin Canning made it to AAA. We'll send down Joe Rock for now. We're going to player lock with one of our young players, and it's going to be Jonathan Aranda, our extended player for the next 8 seasons. Technically make it 9 as the contract doesn't kick in until next year. He's going to be at first base for a while now. There's Ryan Pepio on the mound. So we got 2 on now against Grayson Rodriguez. Good velo, a pair of curveballs, and a changeup. As the first pitch to him is inside. He's a 2025 All-Star, was snubbed last year. 1-0. Is destroyed foul. He crushed it a mile behind the first base bag. 1-1. Swings through 99. Just too late on it. Chandler Simpson stands at first, as that fastball was never going to be a strike, and we swung at it anyway. Angels got a run in. Looks like it was Willie Castro who scored it. 3-1 offering. And it's hit hard to second. It's going to be a double play if they go quickly. Doesn't look like it's going to be quick enough. Just got to make sure we keep it in front of us, as the runner will be safe at first. And of course 2 more runs will score. It's 3-0 again. Hey, we've seen this before. As Aranda looks to lead off the inning, as that slider is way, way too high. 82 power against right, Aranda has. So he's got plenty of pop as he tattoos that slider, turned on it just early. He's had a pair of 100-mile-an-hour plus foul balls already in today's game. So that fastball at 96 took a little bit off it. As the 2-1 pitch is also down and in. It's 3-1 here to Aranda, who was very, very good at drawing walks a year ago. 3-1 to Aranda is way high at 97. It's a walk for Jonathan Aranda to lead off the inning. Carson Williams in a 3-0 count of his own. And it's back-to-back walks by Grayson Rodriguez. And up stands Miguel Andujar, looking for his first hit in Tampa Bay. The journeyman outfielder. So they're going to tell us to tag up. It's a deep fly ball to the track. And I hit the go, but because we changed camera angles, that doesn't mean we actually tag, although it would have been a hard one to decide to tag up on. 0-1 to DeLuca. And it looks like it's going to be low. And it's perfectly blocked by the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. It's 1-1 here to DeLuca. He's going to pop it up sky high. There's an infield fly, can of corn. And after having 2 on, nobody out, the Rays offense yet again completely falling apart. The 1-2 to Young, taken strike 3. 2 walks to lead out the inning, and the former #1 overall prospect gets out of it, as now we're just getting shelled. It's 7-0 here on game 2 of the season. Aranda, first pitch swinging, and he destroys it. Going back on it, and it'll be off the base of the wall. It'll be thrown in and cut by the shortstop. Or who was that? Is Shonowell's the one that covers. Aranda with a double. A 1-out double, and up stands Carson Williams. 3-1 count here to Carson. Looking for his second walk of the day. And he'll draw it if O'Hoppe didn't win the challenge, which he didn't. It's a 1-1 again here for Miguel Andujar, still hitless in his Rays tenure. They're telling us to tag up again. This one we most certainly will, as it's just to the wall. But it's a 3-run homer for Miguel Andujar. His first hit as a Ray is a long ball, and it cuts the lead to 4. Miguel Andujar, welcome to Tampa Bay. The first home run of any Ray on the year. And that's how you get 3 back quickly. As we're still down 3-0, as we'll lead it off against Nick Sandelin. Got our first hit last time up. First pitch to us is just on the corner. Saw that pretty well. It's a frisbee slider. Sandelin does not throw hard as that slider backed up even more. Slider, four-seam fastball, sinker, and splitter. Not crazy overpowering velo. As we launched that one, we just turned early on it. 112, it was middle. 30-degree launch angle, could have been a homer. As we're in a 2-2 count now. Unable to locate the slider. Nick Sandelin wild to start. And that slider's down low. 3 sliders he's thrown, all of them 4 sliders, only 1 found the corner. It's a full count. And we're going to foul off a fastball that was just outside. As the payoff pitch will be underway again. And it's going to be rolled over the splitter. We were early on it. Miranda grounds out. First out of the inning. And now the final out, possibly. We got 2 on. It's 9-3 Angels. Sam Bachman on the mound. And we're going to have good timing on a slider. And it's just a weak ground ball to Shonowell. And that will end the inning. Angels claim the first 2 of the series as our bullpen imploded today. Willie Castro, 4 RBIs is damning. Josh Lowe, 2 homers. Christian Moore, another homer. Chandler Simpson was hurt in today's game. Knee inflammation. We'll keep him active. But that means we got to change up the lineup just a little bit. Bryce Matthews will not be the leadoff man. We're going to move basically everybody up just a little bit. And I guess we'll leave Bryce Matthews in there for now. He'll just hit 6th. And then we're going to do basically an identical thing. So this will be the lineup. Okay. We'll continue to sim. Dustin May, in his Angels debut, we're going to player lock as our newly acquired flame-throwing righty against UC Kikuchi. We're trying to avoid being swept right now, as Angels seeking that 3-game sweep. Dustin May, the veteran right-hander, brought on to this team to provide veteran leadership, as Fiducia will quickly challenge this one. They think it's a strike, and it clearly was. The first pitch of the game was an ABS challenge by Fiducia, although that doesn't look like Fiducia. Is it actually is Nick Fortes? That's a strikeout looking by Nolan Shonowell. Josh Lowe, the 2-hole hitter against lefties, is going to swing through a sinker as he's off to a great start this year. As that fastball was destroyed foul. We're going to try a cutter in. We got the cutter in. It's a pop-up, but it's foul and out of play. We'll try a circle change off the plate. He does not offer at it. We'll go 4-seamer basically down the middle, and it's hit very, very hard. Going back on it, and it'll be caught at the wall. A nice play out there by Cam Smith. As up stands JJ Blade.
That's a ball.
We got good speed everywhere in the outfield today. Outside of maybe left, as Junior ranges to his right to make a nice play. And we retire the first 3 batters we see. In 10 pitches, Zach Neto standing up now is going to hit a hard ground ball foul. As Tatis smashed 3 homers in game, probably 2 of the season for him. As that's hit hard over to shortstop. It might be a shortstop on shortstop robbery, and it is. Carson Williams with a dynamic play over at short to rob his counterpart of a base hit.
Ball.
And Logan O'Hoppe went 2 for 5 with a double yesterday.
Yeehaw!
So that sinker is basically down the pipe. So we'll try and get this changeup in. It was not in. And that's the first base hit of the day. A hard ground ball at 101 goes flying across the AstroTurf. And up stands Willie Castro.
That's in.
They say that was a ball, did not challenge it, and it ended up being a ball. So that breaking ball is rolled slowly over to third, and it will be a double play. Dustin May pitching beautifully to start. 17 pitches, and he's into the third inning now. Make it 18 to get 2 1/3 as Oswaldo Peraza pops it up to Bryce Matthews over at second. Dustin May, so far pitching very, very well. Gotta be careful though. To Christian Moore, who has 3 home runs already in the first 2 games of the season. We're gonna try a low fastball and we're gonna blow it by him at 95. Dustin May doesn't have the 101 that he used to, but he still has very good velo. Here's, I believe, his former teammate. Maybe Dustin May was hurt. He probably was when James Outman was on the team. As we'll fall 2-0 to James Outman. Make that 3-0. So we're in danger of walking the 9th man in this Angels order. As a 3-1 counts a fastball basically down Broadway for the strike. And this one's popped sky high out to DeLuca, who will make the play easily. We've faced the minimum through 3 this offense needs to get going. And it does. If we take a look at the game log, a double by Williams scores Fortes and India. As we got ourselves a 2-0 cushion to work with. As that pitch, I think, just caught the zone. Fortes tapping his helmet. Our second ABS of the day is unsuccessful. It was just low. Trying to buy a first pitch strike against Shonowell, and that's roped past the second baseman. A leadoff single for Shonowell starts the second time through the order. Second base hit of the day was basically a middle sinker. So that sinker had better location. Josh Lowe's about to lose his first challenge of the day, as that caught the zone just by a hair. And now both teams have 1 ABS challenge to go on the day. As that sweeper is going to be popped sky high. Cam Smith coming under it and will make the play easily. Had about 4 to 5 business days to camp under it. And up stands JJ Bleday. Good timing on the sweeper, just off the plate. Might have caught a hair. And that's hit fairly hard into the gap. It's going to get down for a base hit. DeLuca gathering it at the wall. They're going to test him, and that's going to be a run, as the throw is horrible. And it's a double for Bleday, his second of the year. It's a sinker that he just went down and got. And that scores the runner from first as it's a sky-high pop. Fortes under it. And a foul pop by Neto gets us to second out of the inning as we're trying to strand a runner at second base. As that sinker basically down the middle. As that fastball is going to be hit hard into the outfield. Going back on it is DeLuca. And he's able to run it down. We're currently trying to avoid the sweep. We now lead 2-1. And Dustin May has been so efficient on the day. That was his 36th pitch. And it was the first pitch to start the 5th. As that was just low, pounding the strike zone. Although in the 2-1 count, I believe only his second 2-0 the day. As that time he gets to strike, as that's hit hard over to Junior. Junior with a nice play at third. I think Junior Caminero can stick at third. I think he's going to stick there just fine. As Oswald Peraza, it's going to look at a sinker outside, just off the plate. We're going to try another sinker.
Nope.
That's now
Ball.
just in on the plate. Now we'll go to a fastball. Just late on it. Peraza pops it sky high. Matthews under it for the out. And we got 2 away now for Christian Moore, the 8-hole hitter in today's lineup. He's just been killer this whole series. Hitless today. But we don't want to make a mistake pitch to him. That sweeper was way, way low. Had trouble locating with the breaking ball, so we've had to go to a lot of fastballs. As we'll try a cutter high and outside. And that's going to get the swing and a miss. 93 on the gun with the cutter. We got ourselves out of it. Still only 2 runs to work with as we tangle with James Outman, the 8-hole hitter. And that was just off the plate. A good call by the home plate umpire. It's that sinker perfectly executed. We're going to try a cutter in. It's in and high, but it's a strike nevertheless. It's caught actually a lot more plate than I would have preferred it to. So that's a sweeper low off the plate, unable to get a chase from Outman. And that circle change was beautiful for the strikeout. The 4th strikeout of the day for Dustin May. He's got a lot of weak contact on that sinker. As Shawnuel has a base hit today, as that's just popped weakly foul towards the Angels bullpen. And we're in the driver's seat. We can go fastball away, and he swings right on through it. Back-to-back Ks for Dustin May. And up stands Josh Lowe. As that sinker's a bit higher than we wanted it, coming off a 2-homer performance. And that's a beautifully paced fastball. We are ahead of this account and dominating it. Changeup outside. 3 consecutive Ks for Dustin May. Absolutely cruising as we have a pitching duel for the ages currently going on. As Yusei Kikuchi has only given up 2 runs, only on a double. And May has been shoving as well, as Andujar coming in will make the play. Almost like he was just trying to basket catch it, just going like this, letting his hand out. Only 18% usage on that sweepers. He's been fastball sinker all day, but it's been working. So that sinker was just a hair low, not going to get the call. We're going to go back to the sinker. It's over the plate, and it's hit hard right at DeLuca. That's 2 out. Dustin May pitching beautifully in today's game. That's going to be a hard ground ball to Carson Williams. The throw on is in plenty of time. 7 strong innings for Dustin May. And that will be it as Edwin Yoshida comes on into the game. And the Rays pick up their first win of the year. A beautiful outing as we will win 2-1, 7 strong for Dustin May. A beautiful way to avoid the sweep. As Griffin Jack sustained an injury, the closer. We're going to keep actually lower back pain. We're going to move him to the 15-day IL. And that's going to allow us to go down to AAA. And we're going to... I was going to call up Kevin Kelly, but he got rocked. We're going to move up Manuel, as we have a 40 spot to move with. Manuel Rodriguez is going to be called up. He's going to be a part of this pitching staff now. He will not be the closer, I'll tell you that. Edwin's going to go to that closer role, and then Brian Baker will go to the primary setup. That's how we're going to rock that for now. As we continue to sim on through. As Chandler Simpson's no longer hurt, we're going to place him on the bench just so we can rework these lineups. As Bryce Matthews comes up, and then everybody moves up a spot. So we'll continue to sim through. Chandler Simpson, home team down 2. He's 0 for 4. Not off to a hot start. So we'll face the Airbender in a 5-3 ball game. As somebody blew it in the 8th, gave up 2 runs. Chandler Simpson Starting the year off fairly well, hitting .333, but he's 0 for 4 today. First pitch to him is going to be fouled off at 96. Just late on it. Got to watch out for the screwball changeup. 0-1 now. Late on the fastball again, trying to make sure that we don't get fooled on that screwball. Also has a cutter that he uses into lefties. As we saw that screwball perfectly out of the hand, we were not going to be fooled by the changeup. 1-2 to Chandler, and we swing through it. Felt like good timing. Chandler Simpson is 0 for 5. And we were just early, and here comes India, who's 0 for 4. Not a good start to the year for him. He's going to foul that one back. So we got 2 on. That's kind of just been our calling card offensively this year. We get 2 on and can't do anything with it. As India swings through the airbender, we were late on it. The former Red and the former Brewer squaring off. 0-2 to Indy. He's going to hit that hard foul just a hair early on it. Needs to sit back and wait. 0-2. He's going to take it easily. Del Castillo, the catcher behind home plate with a nice block, not letting it get away from him. We could have advanced the runners. 1-2 to Indy. That's way away, and that's going to let both runners advance. A double plays taken away with the wild pitch on the fastball. And now we got the tying run in scoring position for India, who was also 0 for 4. The 2-2. As we swing through 93, it was low. Unable to put it in play. You won't believe this, but good timing. Good timing again. It's Upstands Jr., who's 2 for 4 on the day. Off to a horrid start. What was that? Hey, but it wasn't horrible timing, which is hilarious. As we're going to swing through that breaking ball. Trying to protect for that fastball. The breaking ball, which was good timing, it was just so low we were never going to do anything with it. 0-2 to Junior. So we're going to swing through. Junior trying to run as hard as he can. The run scores as they didn't go to first. Junior Caminero reaches on the strikeout. A strikeout wild pitch and a run scoring, and up stands Jonathan Aranda. As we have life again. Tying run at third. Go ahead at first. And Aranda hits it hard. It was good timing right to the second baseman. And that's how the game ends. Got a run we didn't deserve, and that's how we'll lose. Shane McClanahan is going to be out for 1 to 2 weeks. As the Rays come back and beat Devin Williams, we're 2-4, but we just lost our ace. The starting pitching lineup would then mean that Joe Boyles would get called up. I think that's what we're going to go to, is he still has options. We're going to call up Joe Boyle back into the big leagues. Joe Boyle goes to the rotation. And then at AAA, we're going to call up one of the starting pitchers down at AA. AA has not started yet. I might call up Robert Garcia just for now and send him to AAA to fill in that starting pitching staff. So we'll continue to simulate. As the Bulls do not have a valid pitching staff, as we get destroyed, Pepio blown up by the Twins. As we've avoided sweeps so far on the year. Dustin May hurt now as we get bombarded. What is happening? So I'm going to actually go hire some scouts that are a little bit better than this. We had plenty money to spend on good scouts, but somehow we just didn't have the good scouts scouted. Or the good scouts signed, which is always interesting. Taking a look at some of these prospects. I'm not seeing anybody jump out to me on the page. We don't need another first baseman. We could use a catcher, though. As we take a look at these catchers, there's a couple good ones. This kid looks like he could have a lot of power. The best prospect in the game is a catcher. I guess we might as well scout all three of them just to see. Maybe Geraldo falls to 10, but it's kind of unlikely as Smith Shawver. So we get swept. Dustin May back healthy as Miguel Andujar with 2 home runs. We'll simulate to the end of that as the Rays hold on. Joe Boyle, his first game, he gets destroyed. Ryan Pepio, as we lose another series, as we are horrible. 1-13. Nobody in this offense is hitting a lick right now. Bryce Matthews, his average is so bad he's not legally drunk. As we take a look at the injured list, Griffin Jacks can come off in a couple days. So we'll look at the prospects we're scouting. It looks like Geraldo Del Gordillo is just as good as he's advertised, and so far the young catchers look fairly well. So we'll continue to sim as we survive the series, as we'll promote Griffin Jacks back up. And then with the relievers, we're going to send Manny back down to AAA from where he came from. As Griffin Jacks is going to go back to the closer role. Brian Baker back to a middle relief. So that's how we're going to conduct this. As the pitching staff has just not gotten off to a good start at all. As Joe Boyle will try and bounce back against Cincinnati. It does not look like he did. Griffin Jacks needs to lock down this win. It's going to be Sal Stewart coming to the plate. We're 4-12. The Reds are 8-8. We're not off to a good start. And we'll try and tangle with the runner-up NL Rookie of the Year, who had a fantastic season last year. We'll try and get the changeup in. We do, but not enough, as that's going to be a fly out to DeLuca. So we finally get one out, as up stands Ellie De La Cruz, who couldn't be having a much better season if he tried. That changeup, I think, caught the plate. We got 2 challenges to burn. We might as well use them. The pitch to Ellie, just a hair low. It's a good challenge, especially against Ellie. You've got to be just so careful with him. With so much power. And the speed's what's even more dangerous, I'd argue. There's a can of corn to Andujar. Perfect throw in. We are 2 away, and up stands Noelvi Marte. We try and get Marte to chase. He won't. At least on the changeup. We'll go back with a breaking ball. He's going to foul it off. So we're going to stay right back here. We're going to try a changeup down and in. Wasn't very much in, but he fouls it off. Now we're going to try and just dive a sinker in. He's going to foul that one off too. Carson Williams, a 2-hit day, breaking out of a 2-for-30 slump, as he has really struggled. We're going to try and go outside. The changeup was way off the plate. We're going to try and go low with a breaking ball. He fouls it off again. Noelvi Marte playing very good right now in this at-bat. And that'll be ball 4. That'll bring up Jake Rogers. The former Tigers catcher is hitting cleanup for the Cincinnati Reds.
Nope.
Griffin Jacks needs to start throwing strikes. We're not finding the zone right now, as that's down the middle where Lucky Rogers misses it. We'll try and dive a sinker in. We're early on it. It's a 2-1 count to Rogers. So we're going to try to get that sweeper in. He does not offer at it. as Rhys Hines is on deck. We do not want to load the bases, although we do know Rhys Hines likes to swing, as that's a hard hit ball, and that's going to tie this game. Jake Rogers with a seam-high single over the infield, and that'll tie the game. Rhys Hines, plenty of power.
Nope.
Somehow does not swing at that, as that was a strike. Umpire misses it. As that changeup's down the middle. We're unable to really locate with the breaking ball right now. We got good speed on second. So it's going to require extra innings to win this game. Or even more extra innings, I should say. So we got 2 outs before we got wild. I'm going to try and dive a sinker down and in. Because Rhys Hines is not going away. And Griffin Jax is at 24 pitches. Nice to know he's well rested from being on the IL.
Ball 3.
As it's gone full to Rhys Hines. He is in the minor leagues right now because he can't stay off that pitch, as that's the Rhys Hines I know and unfortunately loved when he came up. Chandler Simpson's got a pair of guys on for Kyle Nicholas. It's 1 out. As the first pitch is going to be way outside on a slider. I got an interesting idea. We're going to try a double steal here. As the pitch is way inside, it sails. And the double steal works to perfection. As the pitch was called a strike, it was a fastball down the middle. And now they'll play the infield in. As that's hit hard into the outfield, both runners will tag as we take the lead back. Johnny DeLuca scoring from third as the double steal was perfect, and here comes Indy. With a runner at third, the former Red traded for Brady Singer. As he's going to check his swing on that one. Just able to hold up as he's got a slow runner at at third. As India's going to hit a slow roller to third. And in plenty of time, but the lead is back ours. We'll finish playing. We're actually going to get a mound visit, and we're going to go to the bullpen. We're going to put in Jake Cousins to come get the save. We've pitched well with Jake Cousins before. So that pitch is just a beauty there to Mauricio Dubon. So that sinker's just off the plate. So that's hit high in the air. The runner's gonna tag. So we did not have a real chance to get Rhys Hines. As we're gonna be careful with Dante Nori. Not necessarily because we think he's a threat. But if we walk him, we can bring up a very much struggling Tyler O'Neill and bring up a force play. We're going to pitch to a strikeout. And if we can't strike him out, we'll be fine with a walk. So we're going to go slider low. He's going to take it as Rhys Hines stays at third. And will now play for the double play. So I need to make sure that we're actually... Where's that defensive position? Alright. We're playing modified in. Breaking ball. Over the plate. It's a sweep tapper to third and foul. Try and dive that sinker in. It's called a strike. We'll go sweeper outside to a dude that we know likes to chase. We can't go that far out. So we'll try again with the sweeper low this time. As it's a hard chopper. We'll go to second and to first. We got the double play. Exactly what we wanted. Carson Williams turns it himself. And the Rays hold on to win this one behind a great effort from this offense. As Shane McClanahan will be back, we're going to place him on the bench for now, just so we can move things around. Joe Boyle is going to be jettisoned off this team immediately. Joe Boyle can go to AAA, and they can figure out what they want to do with him from there. That's no longer my concern, as they'll audio it as we lose another series. Bruised Dog Gratterall is going to have to get out of that situation, as we'll win 5-2, as we just won our first series of the year. Our first series win comes from a win that we got on April 17th. That is horrible, as Ford James might be a great player. He is now our number 4 ranked player, as we'll take a look down at other players on this board, as this second baseman looks like he could have great contact skills. And this center fielder could be generational. We don't know a lot on any of these guys yet because it's still so early. As we'll sim on, Giants defeat us in that one. It's Brian Baker. We win at the Astros, and we go for a sweep against the Astros, and we fall with Smith Shawver now hitting the IL. Ian Seymour is just going to come up into the bullpen. I'm not going to bring back Joe Boyle. Ian Seymour is going to make his first start in place, which is just so unfortunate. As McClanahan, so we're down 2. We're going to sim as we end up winning that game. We're now only 6 games under 500, which sounds bad, because believe me, it is. As now our top player on our board is Ford James, who looks like he could be a fantastic catcher. As both these players don't look like they're great, but they could be good value down the board, so I'll continue scouting them. As Pepio, we look for another series win. We won't get it. Dustin May destroyed. Ian Seymour, not great. Brody Hopkins, we'll sim this. The Rays avoid the sweep. Miguel Andujar has been the only good bat on this team consistently. As we'll go for the win here against the Royals. We're going to player lock as Junior Caminero. Royals also struggling a lot. As you can see, this offense, a lot of the key bats are yet to launch. As we're 12-20. We're supposed to be a playoff team, and the whole pitching staff is getting just rocked. As it took 2 pitches to get the first 2 guys out, so that means we got an auto take here. As that sinker catches the outside corner. As Junior Caminero is starting to heat up. 316 over his past few games. And that's hit high in the air to center. Going back on it is Isaac. It's caught just shy of the wall. Junior Caminero gave it a ride, but the ball goes to die here. As Miguel Garcia is in a full count to start. Dustin May struggled since his first start. And here's a weak ground ball over to third. Garcia's got good speed, but not good enough to beat out that throw. Up stands Junior, 2 on, 1 out, and a run in. So we got a pair of runners on. First pitch to Junior, who flew out deeply, fouls that one off just ahead of it, and it shot down the line. This will be the 5th year Junior Caminero has played a big league game. This will be his 3rd full season in the big leagues, as that fastball is by us. We were just a tad bit late. The 0-2 to Junior Caminero is swung through. It's a slider just off the plate outside. Now it's 2-2. Miguel Garcia again, as we're up 6-0. Is Junior going to his left this time? Is going to have to make a hard play. The throw is perfect. Looking like prime Manny Machado at the hot corner for the Orioles. As we got 2 on now. Elite speed over at first. A sac fly can make it 7-0. As that fastball was low, we were just a tad bit early on it. As Junior homered yesterday. Almost homered today. As Ryan Burgett is the man on the mound right now, as we knew to take that fastball because it was just so much lower than the last one. As that fastball was high and also outside, almost in the other batter's box. It's not above me to swing at that, however. The 2-1 is going to be inside. We were just early on that fastball. Just a hair inside. It'll be 2-2 now. And we had good timing on a changeup that was middle, and we couldn't do anything with it. 2-2 to Junior. It's like just pulling a string, you know? Oh my gosh. Okay. 1-2 to Isaac. It's chopped hard. We're not going to be able to get 2 on that, but we'll be able to get the 1 at first base. It's just a beautiful play by Junior again. And Junior comes up. He's 1 for 11 on the series. His only base hit was a homer. And that slider was ugly. That pitch was on the plate, right on the corner. It's just a perfect slurve. 0-1. You're starting it at the same spot, and it's just falling off the plate this time. 0-2 to Junior. As we take that one. Holy shit. You can tell it's 2 o'clock in the morning as I'm recording this. As that's high. Salvi's gonna challenge it. I think it was high, and it just got the corner. Strike 3. As Junior's gonna come back up. It's 7-2. It's against Steven Cruz, who's got a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. As he destroys that fastball 1.5 miles foul. We were just early on it. Unable to put it in play. 0-1. Swinging through 99 just early. Or just late. Trying to avoid going 0 for 5. The 0-2 is a slider. See, finally figured out the pitch sequence. They're going to just keep throwing fastballs until the slider makes me look dumb. 1-2 to Junior. It's a slider on the outside part of the plate. Strike 3. It's 8-2. We got another run in. We'll continue to simulate. As we'll hold on to this one. We'll be 13-20. As Andujar homered again. Dustin May with a very good outing. Carson Williams 4 for 5. A great outing as we get into the start of May. As we take a look at the injured list. Smith Shawver should be back anytime now, which will be huge for this pitching staff. As Ryan Pepio was really good last year, he's been very bad. As he's actually regressing. The 29-year-old, the past couple years has been really, really good. Has not been good to start. Dustin May coming off a good start. He's had a couple blow-ups. Like outside of like a pair of blow-ups, he's been fairly good. Like 1 run, 2 run, 4 runs isn't great, 3 runs. He didn't escape the first inning? What the hell happened? He couldn't get out of the first? You pull him after 3 runs in the first inning? Yeah, so he hasn't been as bad as it looks. The CPU manager just is Captain Hook out here. As we know now that Richard Sanchez is not going to be the player we were first hoping for. So we'll cancel that assignment. We'll set him to discover pitchers internationally. We're going to continue to scout this catcher, try and get him fully scouted. For James, looks like he could be a future star for us, as I'm not a big fan of Francisco Villa. So we'll cancel that assignment. We'll set it to scout a position, and we'll go starting pitcher west. And then I'll actually just go catcher international, see if we can't find anybody like that. But that's how I'm going to end this episode of Rays Franchise. Actually, we'll take a look at some of the notes. Double-A, Ty Johnson has been very bad. Kevin Ramsey, 18 runs over 85 at-bats. That's the second baseman that has D potential, but 70 power on basically both sides of the plate. Homer Bush has been very good at AAA. At AA, Alexander Alberto has been fairly good. Manny Rodriguez has been good at AAA. He's been bad in the majors. And that's going to end this video, as we'll take a look at our lineups. Chandler Simpson, great start for him so far. India, not been so great yet. Junior's had power. Aranda's starting to come around a little bit. Carson Williams is starting to get hot. And Miguel Andujar is playing like an MVP candidate. Johnny DeLuca's hot. Cole Young has been struggling a bit. And Hunter Fiducia's playing fairly nice. So, with that, that'll be the end of the first episode of Season 1 for Rays Franchise. I'd like to thank you so much for watching today's video. Take it easy.